Okay. Shalom. Want to give all honors and glories and praises due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Kakadash. Double honors and apostles and elders, a great millstone. Peace to the Akim that's doing his word on the four corners of earth. Also to you Israelite foreigners that's on the four corners of earth, risking your lives and your freedom. Also you Aqua women that are watching and learning of the men of great millstone and the men of and really the scriptures come from Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. This is going to be a part 2 of the Lord will judge all false prophets. And hold on a second now. And also I'm going to have these brothers. One brother was in the Jehovah's Witness and the one was in Christianity for what, 40 years?
I was in it like, shit.
20?
Good 20.
Okay, either way, that's still a long ass time, shit. But I'm gonna let you kick it off. I'm gonna let you get your precept. Then I want you to you can break the precept down, but I'm gonna let you for a minute witness what you witnessed that goes against you. How about Shimon Shai and how you wasn't feeling that no more? So you go ahead.
Well, the Christian church ain't never taught me shit. You know. I was pissed off because they taught me nothing but lies. Because everything they taught me, the Bible say contrary to. You know, it was until I started listening to the apostles and elders of GMS when I learned more in all my years I was going to church than in 6 months than all the years I was going to church. And I got a quick precept. For there shall rise false Christs and false prophets, and they shall show great signs and wonders, inasmuch as it was possible they shall deceive the very elect. And behold, I had told you before, wherefore, if they had said unto you, behold, he is in the desert, go not forth, behold, he is in the secret chamber, believe it not. And man, this right here, this truth, made me believe not none of that shit, man. Because, the way the apostle elders of GMS would teach you, they teach you precept upon precept, here a little, there a little, but they would grab these prosperity preachers. They would grab scriptures from here and there. They don't even fucking match up. They make their own damn doctrine. You know, instead of following the doctrine of the scriptures that is set before them. You know, they now Raven Wolves, they're about getting that money. They're about they're about putting on a show. It's about putting on a performance. It's not about trying to teach you how to teach you this word so that you could go out and go forth and teach this word also. You know, they always want to keep you in suspense.
Mm-hmm.
What pastor gonna do next? Pastor put on a good show yesterday. You know, did you see Sister Gertrude? That hat she had on? It's always a fashion show. You know, it's always some bullshit. You know.
None but just straight evil.
And here go another scripture I love because, you know, I didn't really start reading my Bible until I started following the elder apostles of GMS, man, because
that's right.
The Bible didn't make sense to me until then. Matter of fact, let me grab this right quick. Isaiah 30 and 20, because it just made sense. You know, the scriptures made sense the way they teach it.
If you want to turn that on, you can turn it on.
Though the Lord give you the bread of adversity and the water of affliction, I would have never known that the Most High afflicts us, the children that He loved. I would have never known that. If I would have never known that the Most High deals with us like He deal with a father deal with his son.
Mm-hmm.
I would have never known that if I'm getting chastised, it's the Most High correcting me.
God.
And if He's not dealing with you, you're a bastard and not sons. So if you ain't getting afflicted and shit ain't happening to you, as soon as something you do, hey, the Most High is not dealing with you, and let shall not thy teachers be moved into the corners anymore. Hey, but thy eyes shall see thy teachers. And I ain't gonna lie. I see my teachers in Great Millstone. They were the only ones that was teaching the whole truth.
Yeah.
To make the Bible, it made the Bible sense. It made sense to me. The Bible made sense to me after listening and following them. And your ears shall hear the word behind thee saying, this is the way, walk ye in it. And when ye turn to the right hand and turn to the left, hey, it's just like you be like, who said that? Hey, my spirit was saying, that's it, Anna. That's it. That's the truth. Hey, I would never known that I was something more than just a goddamn nigga. I would never known I was an Israelite if I stayed up under the Christian doctrine. I still thinking I was Afro-American. I would never known I was special in the eyes of the Lord. Anybody got something else?
Okay.
Scripture they want to bring out?
You go on with your story, Caracas, about the Jehovah's, in your lifetime of Jehovah's wickedness, how that really goes against Yahweh Shem Shah in these scriptures, or what you experienced.
Well, first of all, I'm gonna get some precepts to back this brother up.
Okay, Kyle.
This is gonna be the book of Romans, chapter 10, and I'm gonna start at verse 13. And it reads, "For whosoever shall call upon the name of the Lord shall be saved." All right, and we know that, and this is in the book of Romans, but we know that and this is just it's reiterated in the book of Acts chapter 2 and verse 21, because when you read the first 4 words of the verse 22, it says, "Ye men of Israel." So we know this is talking to the Israelite men, us so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Verse 14, "How then shall they call on him in whom they have not believed? And how shall they believe in him of whom they have not heard? And how shall they hear without a preacher?" All right, so we got apostles and elders who we learned this truth from, aside from all the fake pastors, preachers, reverends, and elders that we come across in our lifetime. Now, me, I grew up in a home of, and really a family on both sides of Jehovah's Wickedness, all right? Which, that's a nickname we give them, but it's really called the Jehovah's Witnesses. And they're Christians. They ain't no different than the Baptist church. They all fall up under the umbrella of Christianity. Whether you're a Lutheran, a Baptist, a Protestant, a Jehovah's Witness, they just go off, all right? They believe that Yahweh Shai, his name is Jesus Christ. They believe that he's an Edomite, a so-called white man, all right? Hey, it's a really messed up situation, all right? Growing up in the Jehovah's Witness, and then when you grow up in that shit, man, that shit be imprinted in your brain. All right. When I finally woke up out of that shit, I was just through with the Bible. So I didn't read the Bible for because I was forced to go to that, shit. I never was a Jehovah's Witness. My parents were. You know what I'm saying?
One thing, and with the Jehovah's Wickedness, they only believe in the 10 tribes.
I don't know what they believe in.
That's what I was hearing throughout the years. That they only believe in.
I didn't even know that.
The guy that started it, he brought up something about the 10 tribes instead of 12.
Oh, okay.
He cut out Benjamin and Judah, and Judah.
Slack, yeah, you got it. You just
and Judah is way important. Judah's the head of all of Israel, and that's what I was saying through. I'm talking about this before I was in the truth. I heard about the Jehovah's Witness.
If you
about
kick out Judah, how you gonna believe in Yahushua?
Exactly.
You just made me think of two things. One is they believe that the 144,000 are the Jehovah's Witnesses, but the Bible don't say that. The Bible say the 144,000 is 12,000 men from each respective tribe of the nation of Israel. All right, and then another thing too, they believe that Michael the archangel spoken of in the book of Daniel, chapter 12 and verse 1 and verse 2 is talking about Yahushua, when that's not talking about Yahushua, because we know that when you read the book of and when you go to 1 Thessalonians chapter 4 verses I believe it's well really you can start at 15, 16, and 17, and I believe you could read 18, that it says that, matter of fact, I'm gonna get it real quick because I'm gonna butcher it.
2 Thessalonians, what you want?
1 Thessalonians chapter 4.
1 Thessalonians 4?
Yeah, you can start at verse 15, Bible Krishna.
Okay, God, I got you. I'm not that far away from you.
Okay.
Yeah, that's wicked as hell just to say 10 tribes.
God.
1 Thessalonians 1 and 4 and 15. For this we say unto you by the word of our power, that we which are alive remain until the coming of the Most High, and shall not prevent them which are asleep.
God, and those that are asleep are those who have passed away in this doing this work, all right, in the truth.
Okay.
You got it, 16, 17.
Okay, God. And for the Most High himself, for Yahweh Bashem Yahushua himself shall ascend from heaven with a shout.
And that's talking about Yahushua right there.
God.
All right, continue on. Bible Krishna.
And with the voice of an archangel.
That's talking about Michael. Okay, that's two different entities. That's talking about the archangel Michael spoken of in the book of Daniel, chapter 12, 1 and 2. And then it says with the trumpet of who?
With the trump of Yahweh.
Yeah, or Most High.
And the dead shall rise first.
And I told that to a Jehovah's Witness in my family that has...
it's like I read it wrong. And the dead and the Mashiach shall rise first.
So yeah, those who passed away that's spoken of that were sleeping, verse 15, they're gonna rise first. They're gonna be in the chariots first, all right?
Yeah, I got it.
And then the elect, the 1/3 men, women, and children are gonna be beamed up. But you know, I told that to a family member who always like to say, "Oh, I've been a Jehovah's Witness for." They call it the truth. I've been in the truth for over 40 years. When they was trying to say that to me, I brought that scripture out, and they just shut the fuck up.
Go ahead.
You could also give them this scripture too, Daniel 12 and 2. And many of them that sleep in the dust of the earth shall wake, some to everlasting life. Yeah. And everlasting life is only afforded to the children of Israel. No other nation is going to get this everlasting life. If you're not an Israelite, this everlasting life is not coming to you. You know, and some to shame and everlasting contempt. Hey, this thing is only for the 12 tribes of the 12 tribes of the children of Israel.
That's right.
You know, and that's one thing that I hate about the Christian church. You know, they tell you everybody can be saved. You know, and I was so messed up, man. The Christian church is, you know.
Man, if you're not calling on the name of the Heavenly Father Yahweh, Hashem Yahushai, meaning you're not calling on the name of the Heavenly Father Yahweh in the name of His Son Yahushai, and sticking to the doctrine of the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, you're in a false camp, man. And whoever is the head of that camp is a false prophet. All right, whether it's T.D. Jakes or whether it's Nate from the IUIC.
Okay.
Oh, so like you got it.
Yeah, I got a precept. This gonna cut all that bullshit from Jehovah's Wickedness to Christianity, Islam, all this bullshit. I'm about to go to Hebrews 8 and 8 for foundering fruit. What them he saying, behold, the days come, shall the Lord when I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the tribe of Judah. Okay, so that's a cut to you Jehovah's Wickedness that just believe in them 10 tribes.
And one of the things that killed me the most is that First Thessalonians 1 and 21, First Thessalonians 5 and 21 say prove all things. And the Baptist church never proved anything to me. They had me worshiping pagan holidays. You know, I was more of a heathen than any damn thing. I was worshiping false gods, gods of wood and stone.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking that a white man's gonna come and save me, and God is white, man. They was, it was just madness.
Matter of fact, pause right quick. Can you get Book of Daniel about what the Lord looked like?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm sure you got Revelation 1.
Well, we're going to get that one too.
Okay, fine.
We're going to go to the Old Testament first and then the New Testament. Because, we've been bamboozled, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and they think the white boy faggot, who people even calls Jesus, that's really Cesare Borgia, who ain't nothing but a faggot, and someone that had sex with his own sister. So that ain't nothing but the damn devil, okay? He got stringy hair, he got red skin.
I got one more scripture. Can I come up with a Bubba Kashaw emergency scripture?
All right, go ahead.
Okay, the water. John 4, First John 4 and 1. Beloved, believe not every spirit, but try the spirit where they are of Yahweh, because many false prophets are gone out into the world. And man, if I knew some of these scriptures that I know now, prove all things and try the spirit of these people that that's supposed to be over you. Man, man, you just can't, follow anybody and just blindly and think that that's the way. Let them prove all things to you. Prove it.
Okay.
Let them break the scriptures down. These preachers don't even know how to break scriptures down. That's the reason why people are running away from the damn church.
Come.
Hey, since the Hebrew Israelites been on the scene, people actually got to read the Bible.
God, that's right.
Before that, they was going by Pastor Word.
Yeah.
Pastor said this and that and that.
Pastor Porkchop said.
They're just going by what Pastor said. It was the truth. He's the pastor. He should know. I just can't stand you know what? I ain't trying to be funny. I try not to even go in a damn church. I don't give a fuck if it's a funeral or whatever. I don't even. If it's a wedding, I'm good.
Did you have some more of that?
Yeah, I don't be wanting to go inside the church either.
Verse 2, hereby ye know the spirit of Yahweh, every spirit that confesses of Yahweh Shai, Messiah, is come in the flesh of Yahweh. And every spirit that confess not of Yahweh Shai, Messiah, is come in the flesh not of Yahweh. And that is the spirit of the Antichrist. Wherefore you have heard that should come, and even now is ready. Already it is in the world. And many false prophets out here: Cliff O'Dowd, T.J. Snakes, Joe Osteen.
What's his name? Darwin, that we talked about last night. What's his name?
Pastor Dow.
Darby.
Pastor Dow.
Darby. Yeah, him too.
Darden. These women preachers, because the Most High only deal with men.
That's right.
I ain't never heard no prophecies, no priestess of Yahweh in the Bible. No priestess or anything like that. Nothing. I ain't never heard no priestess of the Israelites. The scriptures say a woman should not be subject over a man.
That's right.
So definitely a woman can't teach me anything about this truth.
That's right.
Well, go ahead. Anybody got something to say?
You got that, Daniel? Okay, then you can go to that Revelation.
Okay, I get it.
Go ahead.
This is the book of Daniel, chapter 10 and verse 5. Then I lift up mine eyes and looked, and behold, a certain man clothed in linen, whose loins were girded with fine gold of Uphaz. His body also was like the beryl, and his face as the appearance of lightning, and his eyes as you want to say something?
Go ahead.
Khan. And his Salakia. Yeah, and his,
Can I say something?
You got it, bro.
Because his face was like lightning because it glowed.
That's right.
Because his face is glowed with his wisdom and his glory and his might.
And his eyes as lamps of fire, and his arms and his feet like in color to polished brass. His arms and his feet.
All right. And his eyes are like fire. It ain't green. It ain't blue. It ain't hazel.
That's right. Oh, red, because your house shot drunk wine.
They call him a wine beverage.
And it tells us in the book of Genesis chapter 49, and I believe verse 12 that, okay? And his feet like in color to polished brass, and the voice of his words like the voice of a multitude.
That's right. Meaning that he had a very deep voice.
That's right, bro.
Meaning you can hear him from afar. Okay? And that's from the Old Testament. Now, the Ark about to bring it in the New Testament in Revelations, and you go ahead, bro.
Yeah, folks. So you people who can't be like, well, that y'all reading out the Old Testament, go to hell. But you were already in hell, but you know.
God,
they're gonna get some more hell.
hey.
Shoot, the Lord ain't limited on giving you extra hell.
The scriptures say the volume of the book is written of me. So from the beginning of Genesis all the way to Exodus is all about
exactly. Exactly. These people don't understand that.
This is Revelation 1 and 13. In the midst of the 7 candlesticks, one like unto the Son of Man, clothed with a garment down to the foot, and a girt about a paps with a golden girdle. You know how these wrestlers be wearing these boxers and these MMA champions, they have these championship belts. This is how the Lord look. He have a belt. He have like a garment, a plate, a golden plate over his stomach, because when he come back, he's coming to make war, and you protect that for people. A person can't stab you in your gut. Because that's one of the worst kind of wounds you can get. Somebody stab you in that abdominal region.
Yeah.
And his head and his hair were white like wool and white as snow. Mm-hmm. And when our hair grow out, our hair look like wool. And when we grow older, our hair turns from black to gray to white.
Our hair is the texture of wool. All right, and it says his hair was white because Yahushua, at the young age of 33, his hair was gray. All right, he was stressed the fuck out. We're gonna come down here for niggas and spiggers and feather hats. All right.
And his eyes was as the flame of fire. See, his eyes ain't green. His eyes ain't blue. His eyes not hazel. And his eyes not gray. Mm-hmm. You know. And his feet were like fine brass, as if it burnt in a furnace, and his voice was the sound of many waters. His feet were like unto fine brass, as if it burnt in a furnace. What the color do anything look when it's burnt? You know, I could burn anything, and it won't look white. You know, if I'm cooking anything and I burn it, it ain't gonna look white. It's gonna look black.
Right quick. Now see, we got the witness from the Old Testament to the New Testament. Even the word of fine brass, you got it from the Old Testament and the New Testament of fine brass of color of skin. It ain't no damn red skin of an Edomite.
He ain't had leprosy. Yahweh didn't send Yahweh Shai down here with the curse of leprosy. You know, he's the perfect sacrifice. He was a man without blemish, so he couldn't be an Edomite because having the plague of leprosy, that's a blemish.
You know that up?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, you go ahead up.
Because the brother mentioned that his eyes was red. Well, actually, the scripture said that. This is Genesis chapter 49 and verse 12. His eyes shall be red with wine, and his teeth white with milk. All right? Because when you drink wine or a lot of alcohol, your eyes, or beer, liquor, alcohol, your eyes turn red.
That's right.
Here goes the other scripture about Kashah, if I could get it out. This is the next book over, Exodus 23 and 20. Behold, I send an angel before thee, and keep thee in the way, and bring thee to the place which I have prepared. Beware of him, obey his voice, provoke him not, for he will not pardon your transgression, for my name is in him. And that's how we know Yahweh, and his son's name is Yahweh Shai. His name is in his name. But if thou shalt indeed obey his voice and do all that I speak, then he will be an enemy unto thy enemies and an adversary unto thy adversaries. And this is what we're waiting for. We're waiting for when Yahweh shall return to be an enemy to our enemies. And an adversary to our adversary.
That's right.
You know, he's going to be our conquering prince.
That's right.
He's coming to save the children of Israel. What do the white man need salvation from when this is his kingdom?
That's right. This is his kingdom of heaven. So what he needs,
what he needs saving for?
Right, what he needs saving for. He got everything. He got his blessing. Okay? So what you 2/3 niggas want to save his ass for?
And if you're an Edomite, if you ain't benefiting off this white privilege thing, man, something wrong with you.
That's right.
Because this is your time. Hey, you gonna be just a 2-time loser.
Right. I got a precept right quick. I got a book of Matthew chapter 7, verse 15. Beware of false prophets which come to you in sheep's clothing, but in warding inwardly they are
ravening
wolves. Okay? Because Pastor Pope Chop, Bishop Bacon, T.D. Jakes, Creflo Dollar, what's that guy's name? Weinstein, the Edomite,
Joel
Osteen.
Hey, they look good outside when they dressed up. They look good, all of them.
I bet you some of the scriptures that we go into, they don't even understand
that. Whoever would bet you on that would be a fool, because they don't understand.
They can't even break down a simple scripture like John 3:16. Something that's for everybody, but they don't go into the deeper word of the world. If they go into the deeper world of the world, they get a better understanding and knowing that it don't mean everybody in the known world.
That's right.
It means a government. But that's all right. Hey, when Yahweh Shem shall return, they're going to see the strangeness of our salvation. The scripture want to say the strangeness of our salvation if everybody could be saved. This was this was them. How is they numbered among the saved? It's going to be people that they don't even consider to be worthy to be saved.
Okay. I got a quick precept if you not done. Are you done with that?
I'm done.
Okay. Okay, I'm about to go in the book of Sirach, chapter 12 and 10. Never trust thy enemy, for like as iron rust, so is his wickedness. And you 2/3 jakes, you're going to get it for believing in the so-called white man who's the so-called Edomite. Like at camp, we seen a lot of Edomite, Southern Kingdom, with these Edomites thinking that they escaped the curses and they ain't escaped shit.
Ain't shit. Hey, they teach that false doctrine that you can believe yourself to be saved. You know, I believe I choose Jesus to be my Savior.
Yeah, you chose Satan.
That's another Christian doctrine, that you can choose to be saved. And you can't choose to be saved.
Nope.
The scripture even said, many shall be called, but few shall be chosen.
God. That's right.
You know, how can you get that? How can you get from a scripture like that you can just choose to be saved? When he also said, you have not chosen me, but I have chosen you.
God.
You have to be chosen to be saved.
God.
You know, this thing right here, you just can't choose to force the Lord to deal with you.
That's right.
Matter of fact, Romans 9. Salakia, brothers.
Well, let me get this right quick.
Go ahead.
Get that. Second Ezra, and this is another book they don't go into the Apocrypha that was taken out of the Bible, and this is a very important book.
I wish there was a red Apocrypha in here right now because you said that. Yeah, a red one.
Okay, Second Ezra chapter 6, verses I'm gonna go to 8, then I'm gonna go to 9.
Oh shit.
And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob held the hill first of the hill first of Esau.
Okay.
And then also and this is actually about to be the end of World War III when I get done reading this. For Esau is in the world, and Jacob is beginning of it that follow it.
Okay. So how can Esau be done away with when the scripture said Esau's the end of the world?
Okay.
You know, they want to say Esau is done away with. No, he ain't done away with. He's still here. He's running things.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you can't destroy the truth unless you can't perpetuate the lie unless you know the truth.
Okay.
And here it go right here. You can't make the Most High choose you. This is Romans 9 and 14. No, I'm gonna go up 9 and 11. No, 9 and 10. And only this, when Rebecca also had conceived one, and even our father Isaac, for the children being not yet born, neither having done any good or evil, that the purpose of Yahweh according to the election might stand, not of works, but him that calleth. And hey, the Most High call it and choose who you want to deal with. You know, it's not who you feel like it should be due. You know, hey man, the Most High's mercy is on you right now, and grace is on you right.